Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Heal, Lift, Rise. I am Carla Denard, spiritual coach, Reiki master, here to help you on your journey of ascension and awakening to your highest and greatest self and living your best life. And the way to do that is through healing, our own healing. Today, I wanted to talk about some wild, amazing, truly amazing experiences I've had lately. And just to remind you guys that we are living through such a huge change right now on our planet. The energies are shifting tremendously, and I, for one, am experiencing them so profoundly. And I know so many others out there are too. And, you know, wherever you're at on your journey, I want you to know that you are where you're meant to be. You are okay. You are safe. And to really just reflect on where you are, where you want to be, how far you've come, and, you know, just be grateful for it all, for the entire journey. No matter where you're at, it doesn't matter. The whole point is, you know, we are meant to discover this for ourselves. But in this discovery, we're going to come across people that are going to help us. They're like little light posts, like lighthouses that have their light on and that are shining their light and shining their creative guidance and info out into the world that are, you know, there to help you. And I've had my share of that help too along my own journey. And I hope I can be that for others as well. Definitely want to help raise the collective consciousness and help people awaken to their highest and greatest self. It is truly a wonderful blessing. So without further ado, I wanted to share quite a few interesting things that have occurred for me lately. I have been having a lot of amazing synchronicities and spiritual experiences lately. And there was a couple of them that really stood out to me, and, you know, some that I really wanted to share because, you know, I also like to share, maybe overshare sometimes, but I like to share my joy, share my experiences, so that if in some way it relates and resonates with you or something that you might have experienced, it will help broaden your perspective, or help encourage you on your path, to follow your light and follow your path. So I wanted to talk about this dream that I had. And the first synchronicity that I wanted to share is that this dream occurred on the night or into morning of, so the night of June 30th into the morning of July 1st. June 30th is the anniversary of my grandma's passing. So my grandma passed away June 30th, 2001. And so I feel intuitively that she was giving this as like a gift, you know, this dream. And it not only made me feel really happy, but it confirmed a lot of things for me that I've been experiencing for several years, just this whole journey in general. It confirmed a lot for me. So this dream, I'm going to tell you this dream that I had. So I had a dream on that morning that my husband and I had decided to let God into our hearts. So we had chosen to surrender to God. We made this decision to surrender to God. And we were at some kind of church or like synagogue, but it really looked like a church. And it had the arc windows, like these glass windows, and it was entirely pitch black in there. And all you could see was this light coming through that window. That was the only light that was in the church. And this, and so as we said yes to God, Jesus Christ was pouring, like completely pouring, coming through into our hearts. Like his light was shining directly into our hearts to the point where we were laid back like this. And we were like feeling the intensity of this, of Jesus, of his light coming into us. There were people around us who I couldn't see their faces, it was pitch black, but there were people around us that could feel the intensity of this happening, of Jesus coming through us. And they could feel this effect, not as powerfully as we were feeling it because we were the ones experiencing it, but they could feel the effect and the power and intensity of Jesus Christ coming through us. And I felt like they were kind of being taken back from it as well. It was super amazing. You know, the energy was so intense and it felt so real when I was dreaming this. You know, a lot of dreams feel intense. They feel so real as it is. This in particular felt extremely intense, energetic wise. And it's almost like the people that were around were witnessing this and feeling the power of this change. They were noticing this change that me and my husband were going through and undertaking. So what I got from this was that we are embodying more of the divine Christ consciousness, Jesus Christ consciousness within us. And it starts and it comes through the heart chakra. So when this was coming through our hearts, like right in the middle, right in the center of our chest. It was coming through our heart chakra center. And we are now holding more light within us, more Christ consciousness within us. And that is the goal. That is the goal of, for humanity, is to really become aware, become awake to how we are leading and living our lives, and to realize and recognize that to expand, in order to expand and grow, we do have to heal ourselves. One of the biggest things is opening our hearts. And whether or not you believe in Jesus Christ, we are all up to our own beliefs. The fact of the matter is he was a real person and he did live and exist with pure unconditional love. And it is a way to show us and to show the world, to show humanity that this is the way to lead your life. Irregardless of your challenges, irregardless of your obstacles or whatever we face in our lives, is to hold this pure love and to keep expanding our hearts, expanding ourselves into this Christ consciousness. So again, to me and for me, I was completely grateful for this dream and for this gift. And like I said, it confirmed so many different things for me on so many levels. But to some degree, I do feel like there's a lot of us out there, a lot of people that are experiencing this as well, that are going through this huge awakening and embodying more of a divine Christ consciousness. And, this is huge. This is a turning point. This is what is going to create massive change around the world. The fact that we are changing, the fact that we are healing and starting to heal ourselves and open our hearts more. This is what creates the change. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and, to just keep in mind, again, no matter where you are on your journey, there is always room for change. We are always changing anyways. The only guarantees we really have in this life are change and the death of our body. So it's like, don't be so tough on yourself, but just recognize and become aware of things that you want to change within yourself. Whether it's habits that you don't like, quick judgments you don't like about yourself and others, whatever it is that you don't like, that doesn't feel good to you, feel good that you do. No judgment from me, but whatever it is that you don't like, really have that courage and faith to change it and to, embrace more love and more positivity and to, be conscious of that. and like I said, have the courage to change it. There was something else that I wanted to talk about too, that happened recently, and is really, really interesting. So I had gone to, well, I should say, like, my daughter was invited. We were invited to go to a birthday party, and we decided, so we found out at the last minute, but we decided to go anyways because we were like, you know, this was one of the first people we met here when we got here. And so it was my daughter's like first friend, and we thought, you know, we should definitely just try to make an effort to go. So we rearranged plans to go to this party, and we get to this party. You know, my friend had told me, who's hosting the party, she's like, hey, do you remember so-and-so? She's gonna be at the party with her kids. And I was like, oh yes, I do, that's great. You know, I can't wait to see her and, you know, hang out with you guys. So as they get to the party, I come across a friend that I hadn't talked to in a long time, and she was also one of the few first people that I met here. And, you know, I was eager to see her. I gave her a big hug, and, you know, this isn't the girl hosting it. This is a friend that was there. And so we were talking, we're catching up, and, you know, intuitively I felt when I saw her, like, I almost felt like she was kind of looking how I was looking, how I usually dress, but, you know, I was just like, okay, well, you know, she's doing something different, you know, good for her. Like, intuitively, something was off for me, but I didn't judge it, and I didn't allow it to, you know, get in between our experience. So we get to talking, and we're chit-chatting, and she's telling me about all this stuff about her, about what she's doing, and about her work, and her, like, some interviews she had, and all of these things. And as I'm standing there listening to her, and, you know, I'm excited for her, I found myself, like, I was aware of this energy within me. Like, my energy started to like float to the top. I started feeling myself like energetically rise. It was the most wild but amazing experience because I've never experienced anything like this before, but I felt myself shift. Like, I felt my energy rise up, and it's almost as if I was looking kind of like down on her, and not in a negative way, but I was just like, I felt like my energy was just like looking down on her. And in my head, what's going on is I started to tune her out, because in my head I was like, okay, what is going on? Like, am I feeling this way because you know, I'm wise and I know more, or, you know, she's trying to, like, you know, I don't know, prove something. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what that meant. I was trying to analyze how I was feeling and what was going on, because I've never had an experience like that. And so afterwards, after that, it was probably like 10-15 minutes afterwards, she comes up to me again, and we're talking, and she goes, you know, you're supposed to wear yellow today. She wore a yellow dress, and she's like, you're supposed to wear yellow today. It's a SpongeBob themed party. And she's like, I've known about this, you know, this party for a while, but so I guess it's fine. You know, you found out, I know you found out last minute about this. And when she said that, I instantly felt hurt. I instantly felt like I was being put down. And it changed my entire mood at the party. I went from being like happy, excited, to being upset and sad. I threw my sunglasses on, and I, you know, kind of just ignored talking to her. And I wouldn't find until later on that connection, that reason I was feeling the way I was feeling, was a couple things. I felt like I was being told to rise above the situation, to the point where I felt it. I felt that feeling of rising above. My energy was rising. So I felt like Spirit was telling me, rise above this situation. Don't let it shift you or change you. And secondly, I came across a video just today. This, you know, again, this was over the weekend that this had happened. So just today, I came across a video that confirmed this situation. And, you know, this lady was saying that, you know, basically to a T, confirmed what I experienced, that your intuition will be swirling around you. You may be in a situation where you're talking to somebody and something's going to feel off, and your intuition is going to swirl, the energy is going to swirl around you and give you answers, and you will know things, know that this is not right, know that this isn't good, whatever, XYZ. And it's funny because that's exactly what was going on. And I had no idea. Again, I've never experienced anything like this before. But I know and recognize now that my, intuitive abilities are becoming more dominant. They're, becoming more online. And I know for a fact other people out there are experiencing this as well. You may be going through this too, where you're experiencing a lot of synchronicities, a lot of intuitive downloads and things. And, I'm just here to tell you that this is the time. This is the shift. So if you're experiencing those things, you are going through the shift, okay? So I just want to throw that out there. But so the whole reason I'm telling you that is because these things that we are going through, this experience, I've never experienced anything like that before. So I feel like it's just an enhancement of our gifts, an enhancement of the gifts we hold, and how this is going to help propel us. These are gifts, and this is what we are here to use, to do. There's been a couple things for me that have come up, and I'm, again, truly grateful. But I just want you to know that, hey, if you are experiencing things like this, synchronicities, your intuition coming online or being more louder than it ever is, I want you to trust that. Trust your intuition. Regardless of what anybody tells you, regardless of what your mind is going to try to think and break down, analyze, whatever, your mind will take you all over the place. That's why they call it monkey mind. But intuition is what you feel. Trust your intuition. And I'm telling you, as you continue to trust it, it is going to become more dominant, more louder. It's truly amazing. It's truly amazing. And the funny thing is, the fact of the matter is, only you know, like, above everybody else, above anything else anybody can tell you, only you truly know. So trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust that guidance, because your guidance will never steer you wrong. A lot of people are going to put their opinions out there about what they think might, be in the situation. They might try to steer what the situation really was into what it wasn't. So trust your guidance and trust what you're being led to feel, and follow that. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. Anyways, I gotta take a break because little one's here. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. So much love and light. Bye.